You have one life. One. And right now, you're wasting it. Every second you hesitate, every excuse you make, someone else is out there becoming stronger, faster, smarter. And here you are, stuck. But I'm about to change that. In just 1 week, you can become unrecognizable. No more waiting, no more wishing. This is the moment you take control. Here are the 10 ways to completely transform yourself in just 7 days. If you have the guts to do it, you won't recognize the person staring back at you in the mirror. These videos require a lot of effort from me. Please help spread this ancient wisdom to more people. Hit subscribe, smash the like button, and drop a comment below. It's just one click, but it ensures you never miss powerful insights. Show support and help the algorithm bring this content to others. These thoughts could inspire or help someone else on their journey. Together, we can make a difference. Let's share knowledge and empower more people to take action. Number 1. Cut the dead weight. Remove everything that slows you down. Look at your life right now. Look at where you stand, what you have, who surrounds you, what fills your days, and what occupies your mind. If you are not where you want to be, there is a reason. And more often than not, it's because you are carrying too much unnecessary weight, baggage that is slowing you down, draining your energy, and keeping you trapped in a cycle of mediocrity. If you want to become unrecognizable in 1 week, you need to cut it off. Not tomorrow, not next month. Right now. There's a brutal truth that most people refuse to accept. Success, transformation, and progress are not about adding more. They are about removing what is holding you back. People waste years searching for the perfect plan, the perfect opportunity, the perfect breakthrough, when in reality, they need to focus on eliminating everything that is keeping them from moving forward. It's like trying to run a race with a 100-pound weight strapped to your back. It doesn't matter how hard you push, how fast you try to go, how much effort you put in, you will always be limited by what you refuse to let go of. So let me ask you, what is your dead weight? What is slowing you down? You already know the answer. It's that toxic relationship that drains your energy every single day. It's that habit that keeps you weak, lazy, and unmotivated. It's the endless distractions, the mindless scrolling, the meaningless conversations, the self-doubt, the fear, the excuses. Every single thing in your life is either moving you forward or holding you back. There is no neutral ground. If something does not serve your growth, it is your enemy, and you must treat it as such. You want change? You want to wake up in a week and see a completely different version of yourself in the mirror? Then stop hesitating. Stop justifying. Stop making excuses for the dead weight you refuse to cut. People love to say, but I've known them for years, or but I've always done it this way, or but what if I regret it? Let me be clear. The longer you hold on, the more time you waste. And time is the one thing you will never get back. Let's talk about the people in your life. There are those who build you up, who challenge you, who push you toward greatness. And then there are those who do the exact opposite. They complain. They drain you. They fill your mind with doubt, negativity, and drama. These people do not deserve your energy. They do not deserve access to your mind. And they certainly do not deserve to stand next to you on the path to success. You owe them nothing. Not an explanation, not an apology, not another second of your time. The moment you start prioritizing yourself, these people will show their true colors. Some will get angry. Some will try to guilt trip you. Some will do everything they can to pull you back into their miserable existence. And that is exactly why they must go. And it's not just people, it's everything in your daily life. What do you consume? What do you allow into your mind? If your routine is filled with distractions, shallow entertainment, and useless noise, how do you expect to grow? Every wasted minute is a minute stolen from your future self. Every unnecessary indulgence is a step backward. You need to become ruthless. Cut out the junk food, cut out the mindless social media, cut out the pointless entertainment. If it does not make you stronger, sharper, and more focused, eliminate it. You don't have time for anything that does not serve your purpose. And what about your own mindset? Are you dragging around self-doubt, insecurity, hesitation? The biggest weight of all is the one inside your own head. The voice that tells you you're not good enough, or you'll never make it, or it's too hard. That voice is a liar, and it has been sabotaging you for years. Silence it, destroy it, replace it with absolute certainty. You are capable of more than you have ever imagined, but only if you stop getting in your own way. Cutting the dead weight is not easy. It requires brutal honesty. It requires a willingness to be uncomfortable. It requires the strength to walk away from what is familiar, even when it's painful. But that pain is temporary. What's permanent is the regret of knowing you could have been more, done more, achieved more, if only you had let go of what was holding you back. And here's the most powerful part. The moment you remove everything that has been slowing you down, you will feel an instant shift. Your energy will change. Your mind will clear. You will move with a new sense of purpose, strength, and momentum. Suddenly, the goals that once seemed impossible will feel within reach. The things that used to stress you out will no longer have power over you. You will be unstoppable. 1 week. That's all it takes to set yourself on a completely new path. Not because you added anything, but because you finally had the courage to remove what was weighing you down. Most people will never do this. They will stay stuck in the same cycles, carrying the same burdens, clinging to the same excuses. But you are not most people. You are ready. So do it now. Look at your life with brutal honesty. Identify the dead weight and cut it. Without mercy, without hesitation, without regret. Because the only thing standing between you and the life you want is what you refuse to let go of. Make the decision and watch how everything changes. Number 2, dominate your mornings. Command the first hour of your day. Your morning is your foundation. It is the first battle of the day, and if you lose it, the war is already over before it begins. This is where winners separate themselves from the weak, where the disciplined rise while the rest remain trapped in mediocrity. If you want to become unrecognizable in 1 week, if you truly want to transform yourself, you must take control of your mornings with an iron grip. No more wasted time, no more sluggish starts, no more chaos. The first hour of your day must belong to you and you alone. Most people wake up like slaves to their circumstances. They roll over, grab their phone, and let the world dictate their mindset before they even take their first breath of morning air. Notifications, emails, messages. Before they've even left their bed, they are already reacting. They are already giving away their power. Their minds become cluttered with distractions, their focus scattered, their energy drained before the day has even begun. And they wonder why they feel lost, why they lack purpose, why success always seems just out of reach. That is not you. You are not most people. From this moment forward, your mornings belong to you. They are sacred. They are your time to fortify your mind, to sharpen your focus, to build yourself into an unstoppable force. The moment you open your eyes, the world does not own you. You own yourself. You decide how this day will go. You set the tone. You dictate the terms. You move with absolute authority. Imagine waking up and knowing exactly what must be done. No hesitation, no confusion, just pure, focused action. The first hour of your day is not a time to check messages. It is not a time to scroll mindlessly through distractions. It is a time to sharpen yourself like a weapon, to prepare for battle. If you truly want to change your life in 1 week, the way you command your mornings will define your success. You wake up, and before the world gets a single piece of you, you take everything you need. You move with discipline. You train your body. You strengthen your mind. You feed your spirit. You breathe deeply. You reflect. You visualize your goals with such clarity that they become inevitable. You do not wait for motivation. You do not rely on feelings. You act because action is who you are now. This is what it means to dominate your mornings. You refuse to wake up weak. You refuse to start your day scattered, distracted, and aimless. You take full control. You move with power. And because of this, the rest of your day bends to your will. Think about how most people operate. They stumble into their mornings with no plan, no urgency, no discipline. They start their day late, groggy, unfocused. They let the world dictate their state of mind. They let trivial problems consume them. They allow other people's demands to steal their energy before they've even built any for themselves. And by the time the day truly begins, they are already behind. They spend the rest of their waking hours playing catch-up, scrambling to fix problems they never should have had in the first place. That will not be you. Not anymore. You will wake up with purpose, with absolute clarity. The moment you open your eyes, you will remind yourself who you are and what you are here to do. You will not hesitate, you will not delay, you will move with conviction. And let's be clear, this is not about what feels good. Most people let their emotions dictate their actions. They wake up and decide based on how they feel. That is weakness. You do not wait to feel ready. You do not negotiate with yourself. You move because movement is your new default state. You execute because execution is the only option. When you dominate your mornings, you dominate your life. The momentum you build in that first hour carries through every decision you make. You become sharper, more disciplined, more resilient. You start making decisions that serve your future rather than your immediate comfort. You train your body not because you feel like it, but because strength is your obligation. You sharpen your mind because you refuse to be weak. You set your goals with such clarity that hesitation becomes impossible. And once you commit to this, something incredible happens. The world starts to adjust to you. The people around you notice. They see the difference. You move differently. You speak with certainty. You carry yourself with the power of someone who is in control. And when the distractions come, when the chaos tries to pull you back into the abyss, you are unshaken. Because you started your day with absolute command, and that energy does not fade. This is how you become unrecognizable in 1 week. Not by dreaming, not by waiting, but by taking full control of the one thing that determines everything else, your mornings. If you control the first hour, you control the rest. If you dominate the first moments, you dominate your future. Most people will never do this. They will continue waking up as slaves to their circumstances. They will continue giving away their power before they even leave their beds. They will continue living the same life, trapped in the same patterns, making the same excuses. But you are not most people. You have made the decision to change. And that change begins the moment you open your eyes tomorrow. No hesitation, no negotiation, no surrender. You wake up. You move. You dominate. Number 3, develop a warrior's physique. Push your body beyond its limits. Your body is a reflection of your discipline, your strength, and your commitment to domination. Weakness in the body is weakness in the mind. If you want to become unrecognizable, if you want to separate yourself from the herd of mediocrity, you must forge a body that commands respect. You must sculpt yourself into a machine of relentless power, an unbreakable force that moves with precision, strength, and absolute control. This is not about vanity. This is not about looking good in a mirror. This is about transformation, about pushing yourself beyond every limit you once thought was immovable. Right now, you are limited. Whether you know it or not, your body is a cage, and your mind is the key to breaking free. The problem is, most people have spent their entire lives in a state of comfort. They have never felt true exhaustion, true pain, true struggle. They avoid discomfort like it's poison, failing to realize that discomfort is the birthplace of power. That ends now. You are not here to remain comfortable. You are here to push, to struggle, to suffer, and to rise. When you train your body, you are not just lifting weights or running miles. You are forging the kind of person who does not break. The type of person who moves with dominance. The type of person who does not hesitate, does not complain, does not make excuses. The type of person who wins. There will be days when your body screams at you to stop, when your muscles shake, when your lungs burn, when your mind tells you that you've had enough. That moment is your test. That is the moment you must push harder. Most people quit when it hurts. That is why most people are weak. You are not most people. You do not stop when it hurts. You go further. Because pain is your ally, your sharpening stone. Every rep, every mile, every drop of sweat is a testament to your refusal to be average. You must embrace the suffering. Feel your muscles burn, your heart pound, your body shake. That pain is the sound of weakness leaving your body. It is the sound of transformation. And the moment you start to crave that feeling, the moment you start seeking out the pain instead of running from it, that is when you become dangerous. That is when you step into your true power. Understand this. Strength is not just physical. A weak body breeds a weak mind. A strong body, forged through discipline and suffering, creates an unstoppable force. When you train, you are not just building muscle, you are building the ability to endure, to persevere, to dominate. A warrior's physique is not about aesthetics. It is about proving every single day that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. Think about the kind of person you want to become. Think about the respect you want to command, the power you want to exude. Does that vision align with the way you treat your body right now? If not, you already know what needs to be done. The body you walk around in today is the sum of your choices. If you are weak, if you are slow, if you are fragile, that is your doing. But here's the good news. It is also within your power to change. Most people will never do this. They will make excuses. They will convince themselves they don't have time. They will justify their weakness with empty words. But you will not be one of them. You have already chosen the path of transformation, and that means there is no going back. You will train like your life depends on it, because in many ways, it does. Your body is your armor. It is your weapon. It is your statement to the world that you are not to be underestimated. And when people see you, when they look into your eyes, when they see the way you carry yourself, the way you move, they will know. They will know you are not like them, that you have walked through fire, that you have suffered, endured, and emerged unbreakable. Becoming unrecognizable is not just about mindset. It is about the physical manifestation of your will. The stronger you become, the more powerful your presence, the more unstoppable your momentum. Strength is a language the world understands. When you move with force, when you carry yourself with the confidence of a warrior, people feel it. You do not need to speak. Your presence alone commands respect. This is what separates those who succeed from those who spend their lives wishing they had. The weak fantasize about strength. The strong build it. The weak dream of power. The strong take it. The weak hope for change. The strong create it. From this moment forward, your body is no longer a limitation. It is your greatest asset. You will train harder than ever before. You will push yourself past exhaustion, past pain, past the barriers that have held you down for too long. You will become stronger, faster, more resilient. You will build a warrior's physique, not just in appearance, but in function, in ability, in unshakable resilience. 1 week. That is all it takes to set the foundation. 7 days of absolute commitment. 7 days of pushing beyond what you thought possible. 7 days of proving to yourself that you are in control, that you dictate what you become. And after that week, you will not recognize yourself. The version of you that once hesitated, that once made excuses, that once settled for less, that version will be dead. In its place will stand a force of nature, a warrior, a leader, someone who no longer hopes for transformation but embodies it. So now the choice is yours. Stay as you are or become unrecognizable. Build a body that reflects your power. Push your limits until they break. Forge yourself in the fire of relentless action. The time for weakness is over. The time for dominance has begun. Number 4. Master your mind. Train yourself to be unshakable. Your body is your weapon, your foundation, and your battlefield. Weakness is your enemy. Every extra pound of fat, every excuse you've made, every comfort you've chosen over discipline has brought you to this moment. And this moment is your reckoning. If you truly want to become unrecognizable in 1 week, you must go to war with yourself. You must obliterate every limitation, every hesitation, every part of you that has ever whispered, "It's too hard." Because that voice is the reason you are not yet the person you are meant to be, and it's time to silence it forever. A warrior's physique is not just built in the gym, it is forged in the mind first. You have to decide with absolute certainty that you will not remain the same. You have to reach a level of commitment so deep that failure is not an option. Because most people, they play with the idea of transformation. They dip their toes in the water, hoping for results while clinging to their old habits. But you're not most people. You're here to burn the bridge to your past self and never look back. You wake up, and the first thought in your mind is movement. You don't check your phone. You don't scroll mindlessly. You get up and command your body to move. Pain is not something to be avoided. It is the price of growth. The only way to break past your limits is to suffer through them. Your muscles will burn. Your breath will feel short. Your body will beg you to stop. But you don't stop. You push harder. You push past the point where most people quit. And that is where the transformation begins. Every drop of sweat is a step closer to becoming something unbreakable. Every rep, every sprint, Every moment of strain is proof that you are separating yourself from the weak, from the undisciplined, from the ordinary. You are not here to be average. You are here to dominate, and domination requires sacrifice. Comfort is the enemy. Easy is the enemy. Every shortcut, every excuse, every moment of hesitation is stealing from your future, and you will not allow it. Look at your body right now. If you are not satisfied, then know that you created this version of yourself. Your choices, your actions, your lack of discipline brought you here, and that means you have the power to change it. But change does not come with wishing. It does not come with talking. It comes with action. Ruthless, unrelenting action. When you train, you don't just go through the motions. You don't check the clock, waiting for the workout to be over. You go in with a mission to destroy weakness, to tear apart every ounce of softness that has clung to your body, to push yourself until you feel like collapsing, and then push further. Because that is where strength is built. That is where warriors are made, not in comfort, not in moderation, but in the fire of pain and perseverance. Your body is capable of more than you have ever imagined. The only thing holding it back is you. The limits you think exist, they are lies, fabrications of a mind that has been conditioned to stay small. You must unlearn that weakness. You must replace it with a mind that is as strong as steel, a mind that does not bow to fatigue, to soreness, to discomfort. You train not just to build muscle, but to build an unshakable will. Because when your body is strong, your mind follows, and when your mind is strong, you become unstoppable. People will notice. They will see the change before you even say a word. The way you walk, the way you carry yourself, the way your presence fills a room, it will all be different. Not because of the muscle, but because of the energy. Confidence is not something you pretend to have. It is something you earn through suffering, through struggle, through relentless self-discipline. And when you earn it, no one can take it from you. You don't have time to waste. Every second you hesitate is a second stolen from your potential. There are no cheat days, no skipped workouts, no half-hearted efforts. This is your life. This is your body. This is your moment to become something extraordinary. You are either moving forward or you are falling behind. There is no in-between. The world does not wait for the weak to catch up. It does not reward mediocrity. If you want power, respect, and dominance, you must take them. And that starts with how you treat your body. Every meal is a choice. Every workout is a choice. Every moment of discipline or weakness is shaping who you will become. And if you are not making the right choices, you will never reach your full potential. So what will you do? Will you continue living in the body of someone who is not yet at their peak? Or will you decide right now that you are done settling? That you are done making excuses? That you will push, suffer, and endure until you have transformed into something unrecognizable? No more waiting, no more weakness, no more hesitation. Push past the pain, dominate your body, control your future, become unrecognizable. The clock starts now. Number 5. Speak with authority. Make every word count. Speak with authority. Make every word count. You've reached the moment where your next decision will either define you or destroy you. No more excuses. No more hesitation. The time is now. There is a power in the way you speak, in the words you choose, and in the presence you command. You don't just speak to be heard. You speak to be felt. Every word you utter should be dripping with intention, weight, and unwavering confidence. This is your life, your transformation, your identity being forged in the fire of action, and you will not allow anyone to undermine the power of your voice. If you are to become unrecognizable, if you are to make the choice to shatter the chains of your past, then you must own every syllable that leaves your mouth. Understand this. There is nothing casual about the language you use when you're on the verge of rewriting your life. Every word has meaning, and every sentence carries the force of your new identity. From now on, you will speak not to appease, not to please, but to command. Your voice will reverberate with a certain strength, the kind of strength that demands attention. Your words won't just pass by. They will hit hard, like a hammer against stone, and they will leave their mark, carving your presence into every space you enter. This is the essence of authority. It's not something you hope for. It's something you manifest. The way you speak is your declaration to the world that you are no longer the person you used to be. You will not apologize for your existence. You will not shrink in the presence of others. You will not mince words, second-guess yourself, or stutter with uncertainty. You will speak, and they will listen. They will feel the power in your words. They will know that you are not just talking, you are commanding. You are demanding attention. You are claiming your space in this world. What you say and how you say it determines how the world treats you. It's no longer about fitting in. It's about standing out. If you are to become unrecognizable, your speech must reflect that change. You are not the person who tiptoes around the truth. You are the person who speaks the truth with the kind of force that leaves no room for doubt. When you speak, you do so with the knowledge that your words hold power. They have weight, they have substance, they are not up for negotiation. The moment you speak with authority, you shift the atmosphere around you. People will begin to notice, to respect, and to follow your lead, because you are no longer a passive participant in your own life. You are in control. But here's the truth you need to face. Speaking with authority is not something that just happens. It's a skill, and like any skill, it must be cultivated with purpose and precision. It begins with taking responsibility for your life, your decisions, and your actions. There is no more blaming others, no more playing the victim, no more letting life happen to you. You must take charge, and it starts with your language. The way you speak will either strengthen your resolve or weaken your resolve. Every sentence you utter should be an act of defiance against the life you once knew. You are not the same person you were a week ago. And you will not tolerate weakness in your words. You must understand the urgency of the moment. Time is slipping through your fingers. Every second spent doubting yourself, every moment of hesitation is a second you'll never get back. You can't afford to waste time with meaningless chatter, with words that have no substance. Your transformation is happening now, and it requires decisive action. It requires boldness. Speak as if you know you will succeed. Speak as if failure is not an option. Speak as if your life depends on it, because it does. In this moment, your words are the bridge between where you are and where you want to go. They are the force that propels you forward. They are the mechanism that will pull you out of the dark and into the light of your own greatness. You will no longer whisper your desires. You will not mumble your intentions. You will not be meek or apologetic. Your words will be firm. They will be powerful. They will be undeniable. The world may try to tear you down, to convince you that you are not enough, that you are not worthy, but your words will act as your shield. They will protect you from the lies, the doubts, and the fears that seek to diminish your power. And when you speak, others will take note. They will be moved by the weight of your voice. They will be compelled to listen, because they will recognize that you are no longer just a participant in life. You are leading your life, and your words are the evidence of that leadership. When you speak with authority, you are not merely expressing yourself. You are making a statement. You are laying the groundwork for your future. You are telling the world that you are no longer afraid to take up space, to demand respect, to claim what is rightfully yours. Your words are the embodiment of your personal power. They are the reflections of your inner strength. They are the proof that you are no longer the person you once were, but something entirely new, something bold, something unstoppable. This transformation requires action, not just thought, and that action must begin with the way you speak. Your words must become the weapon you wield in the fight for your future. No more softness, no more uncertainty. The language you use must align with the vision you have for yourself. It must embody the person you are becoming. Speak as if you have already won. Speak as if success is your birthright. Speak as if your destiny is already written in the stars, because the truth is, it is. But your words will determine whether you live it or not. There is no room for mediocrity here. There is no place for timidity. You are on the brink of something extraordinary, and you cannot afford to hold back. You must speak with the kind of conviction that leaves no room for doubt, no room for second-guessing. Your words must align with your actions. They must reflect the new identity you are forging. And when you speak with authority, the world will have no choice but to listen. This is the moment. This is your time. You will not be silenced. You will not be overlooked. You will rise, and your words will be the catalyst for that rise. Speak with authority. Speak with power. Speak as though every word is your command, and the world must bow to your will. And when you do, when you finally take control of your words, you will realize that you are not just speaking to others, you are speaking to yourself. You are declaring your power to the world, and most importantly, to your own soul. There is no more waiting, no more wondering, no more hoping. This is the time to take your life into your own hands. Speak with authority and make every word count, because the life you've been waiting for is already within your reach. All that's left is to claim it, and it begins with the way you speak. Number 6, destroy your excuses. Take radical responsibility. Let me make something clear, right here and right now. The moment you stop making excuses, your entire life will change. This is the wake-up call you've been waiting for. There's no more room for the self-pity, the blaming, the deflection. Those pathetic excuses, those endless justifications for why you're stuck, are the very things holding you back. They're the chains that keep you shackled to a life of mediocrity, of stagnation, of nothingness. It's time to obliterate them, and it has to happen now. Your future is at risk, and you can't afford to waste another second in the grip of excuses. Understand this. Excuses are nothing more than a mask for fear. They're the coward's way out. They are the whispers in your head telling you that you're not ready, not good enough, not worthy. But here's the truth. Those excuses have no power over you unless you let them. They are a lie, a distraction, a trap, and they have been keeping you small, keeping you mediocre, and you know it. You feel it every damn day. Deep down, you know that you are capable of so much more. You know that the life you dream of, the life you deserve, is just within reach. But you keep hiding behind those excuses, thinking that they will protect you. No more. You cannot afford to hide behind them anymore. You want to change your life in 1 week? Then you need to face this truth head on. It's on you. No one else is coming to save you. No one is going to make it easier. This is your fight, your battle, your responsibility. And you can either take full ownership of that, or you can keep living in the same cycle of defeat. There's no in-between. There's no middle ground. It's time to pick a side. And if you want to become unrecognizable, the only option is to take radical responsibility for every single thing in your life. I'm talking about complete ownership. Not the kind of responsibility where you casually say, "Oh yeah, I'm responsible for my life," but the kind of responsibility that shatters the lies you've been telling yourself for years. The kind that forces you to confront every failure, every setback, every moment where you let yourself off the hook. This is the kind of responsibility that doesn't make excuses, doesn't blame others, and doesn't cry over past mistakes. It's the kind of responsibility that says, "This is my life, and I will own every part of it, no matter what." You're tired of being stuck, aren't you? Tired of watching others live the life you've dreamed of. Tired of being the person who's always almost there but never quite makes it. You've seen the success stories. You've heard the motivational speeches. You've felt the fire burning inside you. And you've even taken action before. But then, the excuses crept back in. "I don't have time. I'm not good enough. It's too hard. I'll do it tomorrow." Those excuses have been your crutch, haven't they? They've been the reason you've stayed small. They've been your comfort, your escape from facing the brutal truth that you are the only one who can change your life. But here's the cold, hard reality. There is no tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Today is the only day that matters. Today is the day you take radical responsibility for everything that's gone wrong in your life and every failure you've experienced. And no, I'm not saying it's your fault that everything bad has happened to you. But I am saying that it is your responsibility to fix it. It's your responsibility to take control of your destiny, to stop playing the victim, and to step into the power that you've been ignoring for far too long. It's your responsibility to stand up and say, "I'm done making excuses. I'm done hiding behind my fear. I'm done being afraid of what's hard. I will do whatever it takes." This is a matter of life and death. Your life, your future. Because every excuse you make, every moment you let pass by without taking action, is a step further from the person you were meant to become. Every second spent in self-pity, every minute spent blaming the world for your struggles, is a minute wasted in your life. And guess what? Time is not on your side. The clock is ticking, and every excuse you make is another second that passes. Do you realize that? The longer you wait, the more you let excuses dictate your life, the further you get from the person you're capable of being. This is the seriousness of the situation. You cannot afford to waste another minute. You must stop looking for someone to blame. You are the reason you're stuck. I don't care what happened to you in the past. I don't care how unfair life has been. I don't care about your circumstances. What matters now is what you do with what you have. This moment, right here, is your turning point. If you want to change, if you want to be unrecognizable in just 1 week, you have to accept that your past mistakes, your failures, your circumstances, they don't matter anymore. What matters is the action you take right now. You think it's easy? Let me be perfectly clear. It's not. Taking radical responsibility is hard. It's uncomfortable. It will force you to face your demons, your doubts, and your weaknesses head-on. It will challenge you to take a hard look at the choices you've made and the consequences of those choices. But let me tell you something, and you need to hear this. It is the only path forward. You can keep making excuses, keep waiting for the perfect moment, or you can take control right here and right now. The choice is yours. And let me remind you of something else. Your excuses are not even real. They are just stories you've been telling yourself. I don't have time is a lie. I'm not good enough is a lie. It's too hard is a lie. These are the stories that have been keeping you locked in the cage of your own mind. But you have the key. You can choose to rewrite these stories. You can choose to step out of the cage. You can choose to rise. This is the point of no return. Once you take radical responsibility for your life, once you stop hiding behind excuses, you can never go back. There is no going back to the comfort of the victim mentality. There's no going back to the safe, predictable life you've been living. Once you choose to take control, once you choose to face your reality head-on, there is no room for excuses anymore. There is no room for mediocrity. There's only room for greatness. Do you feel that fire inside you? That anger at the excuses you've been hiding behind? That's the energy you need to take action. That's the fuel that will push you to do what needs to be done. That's the energy that will help you become unrecognizable in just 1 week. But it won't happen unless you take responsibility. It won't happen unless you destroy those excuses once and for all. This is your life. It's time to take full ownership. No more waiting. No more excuses. Take radical responsibility and change everything. This is the only way forward. This is the only way you will ever become the person you were meant to be. Number 7. Control your reactions. Never let them see you sweat. This is the point where you need to realize that your strength isn't just in your ability to take action, it's in your ability to remain unshaken, unbreakable, unbothered by the chaos that surrounds you. You want to change your life in 1 week? You want to become unrecognizable? Then you have to start mastering the one thing that will determine how far you can go: your reactions. You are not a puppet to the world, to circumstances, or to other people's expectations. The world will throw challenges at you, obstacles will come crashing down, and people will test your limits. But the question is, how will you respond? Will you crumble under the weight of the pressure, or will you stand tall, cool, and controlled, with an iron grip on your emotions, your thoughts, your actions? You have been conditioned to react. React to stress, react to criticism, react to failure. You've let the external world control your internal state for too long, and it's time to put an end to it. This moment, this very second, marks the point where you no longer let the world dictate your emotional state. No one gets to decide how you feel anymore. No one gets to take you out of your center. You will not let the chaos of life knock you off course. When the storms come, you will stand in the eye of the hurricane, calm and unmoving, unshaken by the madness around you. That's the power of control. And that's the kind of power you need to become unrecognizable. When you lose control of your reactions, you lose control of your life. People will walk all over you. They'll trigger you, they'll challenge you, they'll push your buttons, and if you're not careful, you'll fall into the trap of reacting. Every time. You'll give in to anger, to frustration, to fear, and those emotions will drain you, weaken you, right, and prevent you from stepping into the person you're meant to be. But when you control your reactions, when you take full ownership of your emotional state, nothing can touch you. You rise above the noise. You rise above the drama. You rise above the pettiness of the world. You keep your head cool and your heart steady, no matter what life throws at you. You are the one in control, and the world bends to your will. Here's the reality. Emotions are powerful, and while they can be useful, they can also be your greatest enemy if you don't master them. Think about it. How many times has your anger, your fear, your anxiety, or your frustration hijacked your decisions, clouded your judgment, or caused you to make rash, impulsive choices? How many times have you acted out of emotion only to regret it later? You've seen it, haven't you? How your emotional reactions pull you further away from your goals, from your true potential. You've let emotions run wild inside you, and they've cost you. They've cost you time, relationships, opportunities, and progress. It's time to stop that madness. It's time to regain control, to harness your emotions and use them as tools, not weapons that destroy you. This is the moment where you choose to control how you respond, to control how you react to the world. Every single time you encounter stress, adversity, criticism, or failure, you will respond with clarity and resolve. You will not let them see you sweat. You will not let them see your anger, your panic, your frustration. You will respond with composure, with calm, with grace. And above all, you will respond with purpose. Every action, every word, every choice will be calculated. Nothing will come from an emotional impulse. Nothing will be a knee-jerk reaction. Everything you do will be a reflection of your true strength, your true control. You may be wondering, but how? How do I stop reacting to everything that comes my way? The answer is simple, but it's not easy. You must train yourself. You must condition yourself to respond, not react. This is about discipline, not convenience. It's about rising above the immediate urge to lash out, to freak out, to shut down, and instead responding with the confidence that no external force has the power to disturb your peace. Peace is power. The more you practice this, the stronger you will become. You must recognize that every reaction is a choice, every single one. And when you choose to take control of that choice, when you choose to stay calm under pressure, you will find that the world has less power over you than you ever realized. This is about taking responsibility for how you show up or how you respond to the pressures of life. You want to change your life in 1 week? Then stop allowing external circumstances to dictate your state of being. Take full control of how you feel, how you act, and how you respond. The moment you do, you will realize that nothing, absolutely nothing, has the power to knock you off course. It doesn't matter how loud the noise is. It doesn't matter how much people try to provoke you. You will remain focused, unshaken, unbothered, because you have mastered your reactions, and that gives you a power that most people will never understand. What's the worst thing that could happen when you stop reacting? Life will still throw challenges your way, of course. People will still try to push you, but the difference is that you won't let it affect you. You won't let it dictate your energy. You won't let it steal your peace. Instead, you'll look at these challenges with clarity, with a level head, and you'll respond with the mindset of someone who knows they are in control. That's when you become unrecognizable. That's when your transformation starts to show. People will notice the difference in the way you carry yourself. They will see the composure, the strength, the unshakable confidence in your every move. They will begin to understand that you are no longer the same person you were before. You've become someone who commands respect. Someone who doesn't break, someone who doesn't flinch in the face of adversity. Now, I'll be brutally honest with you. It's not going to be easy. There will be moments when you feel like everything is falling apart, when your emotions threaten to boil over. And in those moments, you will have to dig deeper than you ever have before. You'll have to find that inner reservoir of calm, that unwavering belief that no matter how tough it gets, you can remain in control. And you will. Because you're committed to this. You're committed to your transformation. You're committed to becoming unrecognizable in just 1 week. And the first step toward that is to control your reactions. When you control your reactions, you take back your power. You stop letting external forces dictate how you feel. You stop being at the mercy of the world's chaos. You become the calm in the storm, the eye of the hurricane. You become someone who no one can knock off course. That's how you change your life. That's how you become the person you were always meant to be. So from this moment on, never let them see you sweat. Let the world rage. Let the chaos swirl around you. You will remain steady. You will remain strong. And in the end, you will be unstoppable. Number 8. Upgrade your circle. Surround yourself with giants. Let me tell you something, and I want you to hear me loud and clear. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That's the truth. The people around you shape your destiny, they shape your mindset, and they shape your very life. And right now, if you're not where you want to be, it's because you're surrounded by people who are just as small as you used to be. That's the cold, hard truth. The people you're hanging around, the ones you turn to for advice, the ones you allow into your world, they are the ones holding you back. They are keeping you stuck in your old life. If you want to change in 1 week, if you want to become unrecognizable, then you have to upgrade your circle immediately. No more excuses. No more waiting for the right time. Now, this is the moment you need to cut the dead weight and surround yourself with giants. I don't care how comfortable you are with your current circle. I don't care how long you've known them or how nice they are. If they're not pushing you to be better, if they're not challenging you to grow, if they're not living at the level you aspire to, then they are not your people. They are not part of the life you are about to build. You need to surround yourself with people who are going to make you uncomfortable. People who will push you beyond your limits. People who will demand the best from you, even when you don't feel like giving it. This is the kind of circle that will make you unrecognizable. Why? Because the people around you are constantly influencing your behavior, your mindset, and your decisions. If you're hanging out with people who are stuck in the same place you are, who think small, who are complacent, and who make excuses, then guess what? You will remain exactly where you are. You will stay in that rut, dragging your feet through life, making half-hearted attempts at change. The truth is, you'll never grow if you're constantly surrounded by mediocrity. If your friends are comfortable with their average lives, if they're okay with going through the motions every day, then they are poison to your growth. They are keeping you in the cage of your own smallness. But here's the flip side. When you start surrounding yourself with giants, people who are living at a higher level, people who demand greatness from themselves and from the people around them, everything will change. Giants don't settle. Giants don't accept mediocrity. Giants think big. They don't waste time complaining or making excuses. They take responsibility for their lives. They take bold action. And when you surround yourself with them, that energy, that fire will rub off on you. You will rise to their level. They will push you to be better, to think bigger, to act bolder. They will challenge you to become the person you're meant to be. And trust me, the transformation will be quick, it will be powerful, and you will start seeing results in ways you never imagined. But you need to move fast. Time is not on your side. Every second you waste with the wrong people is a second you could be spending with the giants who will elevate you. This is not a nice-to-have change. This is an urgent, critical move. You cannot afford to wait another minute, another day, stuck in a circle that's holding you back. You need to make this change today. You need to find those giants. You need to start surrounding yourself with people who will force you to level up. This is about surrounding yourself with individuals who demand the best from themselves and who will demand it from you too. Don't waste your time with people who make excuses for you, who tell you that your dreams are too big or unrealistic. Giants don't talk like that. Giants don't tolerate small thinking. Giants believe in pushing boundaries, in challenging what's possible, and in elevating others to do the same. They are constantly striving for excellence, constantly working toward their vision, and constantly moving forward. That's the kind of circle you need. If you want to change your life in 1 week, then you need to completely overhaul your environment. It's that simple. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but these people are my friends. I've known them for years. I get it. I truly do. But if they're not pushing you to be better, if they're not helping you get closer to your goals, then they are doing you a disservice. You need to stop prioritizing comfort. Comfort is the enemy of growth. Comfort keeps you stuck. Comfort keeps you in your little bubble, surrounded by people who don't challenge you, who don't expect greatness from you, and who are okay with things staying the same. But you're not okay with things staying the same, are you? You want to change. You want to become unrecognizable. And that means cutting ties with anything and anyone that is holding you back. I'm not saying you should throw away your friendships, but you need to make it clear that your goals, your vision, and your personal growth come first. You need to protect your energy. You need to surround yourself with people who will elevate you, who will push you to be better, who will inspire you to take bold action. These are the people who will keep you accountable, who will share their wisdom, who will challenge your thinking, and who will inspire you to keep moving forward, no matter how tough it gets. These are the giants who will help you become unrecognizable in 1 week. And let me make this even clearer. You do not have time to wait for the perfect group to just magically appear. You need to seek out these giants now. Find the people who are already living at the level you want to live at. Find the people who are constantly growing, constantly evolving, and constantly moving forward. Find those who have the mindset you need to adopt. Find those who are already playing the game at the highest level, and get in their circle fast. Don't wait for an invitation. Don't wait for them to notice you. You need to make it happen. Show up, introduce yourself, and make it clear that you are there to grow, to learn, and to contribute. And watch what happens when you surround yourself with people who are on fire, who are hungry for success, who are making things happen every single day. You'll catch that fire. You'll become just as relentless. You'll be unstoppable. But remember, this is your responsibility. You need to take action. You can't sit around waiting for things to change on their own. You have to make the decision to upgrade your circle, to surround yourself with giants, and to make that a priority. Every minute you delay, every second you waste with the wrong people, is time you'll never get back. So take control now. Surround yourself with giants, and watch your life transform faster than you ever thought possible. This is the action that will catapult you into a new level of success, into a new version of yourself. You've got 1 week. Don't waste it. Upgrade your circle. Surround yourself with giants. Number 9, let your results speak. This is where the game changes. This is where you leave behind the noise, the chatter, and the validation seeking. You stop talking about what you're going to do. You stop wasting your breath on plans and aspirations that only exist in words. If you want to become unrecognizable in 1 week, this is your defining moment. Stop announcing your moves. Stop letting the world in on your every step, your every thought, your every intention. The truth is simple. Talk is cheap, and results are priceless. You've been caught up in the cycle of telling for too long. You've been conditioned to seek approval, to seek attention, to let everyone know what you're up to, what you're about to do, and how you plan to change. And for what? So they can watch you falter? So they can see you fail? So they can applaud your effort without seeing the follow-through? Enough. It's time to stop. It's time to move in silence. This is the real work. This is the difference between those who succeed and those who simply talk about it. Your results will do the talking for you. This is the moment when you need to take your vision, your dreams, and your actions and put them into motion without the need for constant validation. No more telling people what you're about to do. No more boasting about what you're planning. No more shouting your intentions into the void. Your actions should be so loud that your silence becomes a statement. When you start moving in silence, you begin to create something that speaks for itself. It's the quiet strength that comes from taking ruthless, decisive action. It's the kind of power that doesn't need to announce itself. It's the kind of power that doesn't beg for attention. Think about it. How many times have you shared your goals, your plans, your dreams with others, only to have them either dismiss you or ignore your ambition? How many times have you been met with skepticism, with doubt, or with criticism before you even had the chance to prove yourself? It's exhausting, isn't it? And the worst part? It diverts your focus. Every time you talk about your plans, you're spreading your energy out into 1,000 directions, seeking approval, looking for feedback, waiting for someone to tell you that your dreams are valid. But why should you rely on anyone else to validate you? Why should you seek permission to pursue your greatness? You don't need anyone else to believe in you. All you need is yourself and the relentless drive to make your vision a reality. And let me tell you this right now, your results will speak louder than anything you could say. Moving in silence is about taking responsibility for your own success. It's about being so focused on the execution of your goals that you don't have time for distractions, for conversations that lead nowhere, or for people who aren't aligned with your mission. It's about making your progress so undeniable that people will start to look at you with awe, with respect, with wonder. When you let your results speak, they will announce you in a way that words never could. The impact of your actions will be so profound that no one will be able to ignore it. People will start to take notice, they will start to ask questions, and they will wonder how you did it. And when that moment comes, that's when you know you've become unrecognizable. You are at a critical juncture. You want change, you want transformation, you want to become the person you know you're meant to be. But you cannot afford to waste another second on validation seeking, on talking about what you're going to do, on waiting for permission. Your results are the only proof you need. The world doesn't need to know your every move. They don't need to hear about the grind, the hustle, the sleepless nights, the sacrifices you make. They only need to see the success that follows. That's what matters. That's what will set you apart. That's what will make you unrecognizable. The moment you stop announcing your every move is the moment you start gaining real power. You'll stop exhausting yourself with the need to explain, to justify, to convince. You'll stop giving your energy away to people who don't deserve it. You'll stop wasting time seeking approval, seeking recognition. You'll be so focused on your work, on your mission, that nothing and no one will be able to distract you. You will become the embodiment of your vision. And when the results come, and they will speak for you. They will tell the world everything they need to know about your drive, your ambition, and your unrelenting pursuit of excellence. I'm telling you right now, this is where the shift happens. This is where you stop being just another person talking about their dreams and start becoming the person who makes them happen. The world doesn't need another talker. It needs doers. People are tired of hearing about intentions and aspirations. They want results. They want to see the manifestation of your vision, the proof that you've been doing the work. That's what makes you unrecognizable. It's not the noise you make. It's not the words you speak. It's the quiet, relentless pursuit of your goals that turns you into someone people can't ignore. If you want to change your life in 1 week, then this is non-negotiable. Move in silence. Let your results do all the talking. When you're putting in the work, when you're executing with precision and commitment, you will create the momentum that will not only change your life, but will make people look at you and ask, "How did you do it?" And when that question comes, all you have to do is smile, because your results will already have the answer. That's the power of moving in silence. That's how you build the unshakable foundation of success. So let me be clear. Stop talking and start doing. Stop waiting for approval. Stop seeking validation. Stop sharing your plans. Get to work. Put in the hours. Stay focused. And when the results start rolling in, they will speak for themselves. This is the path to becoming unrecognizable. And it starts right now. We have more interesting videos about Stoicism and the way of life. If you want to watch a video about focus on yourself, let them go. Please click link above in the video. If you like the video, or you don't want to miss further videos about Stoicism, please subscribe. Number 10. Own your time. Every second is a decision. This is the most critical point in your transformation, and if you fail to grasp the weight of it, you'll never become unrecognizable. Time is the only currency you cannot get back. Every single second that ticks by is an opportunity to either move closer to your vision or further away from it. You don't have time to waste. You don't have the luxury of hesitation. The clock is ticking, and every moment that passes is a moment that you can never reclaim. Every second you squander is a choice. It's a decision you're making. The real question is, what are you doing with your time? This isn't a suggestion. This is a command. You are in control of how you spend your time, and if you're not taking full responsibility for it, then you are handing away the very thing that will determine whether or not you become the person you're meant to be. Every second matters. And I'm not talking about the big blocks of time you spend on important tasks. I'm talking about the micro moments, the little moments in between, the ones that seem insignificant, but are anything but. How many times have you found yourself mindlessly scrolling through social media, checking the news, or having pointless conversations that don't serve your mission? How many hours have you lost that you will never get back? Every time you do that, you make a choice. You decide to prioritize distractions, to let time slip through your fingers. And that's a choice you can't afford to make if you want to change your life in 1 week. Right now, you have a decision to make. Will you continue to let time control you, or will you take control of your time? This is the moment you have to own. You have to recognize that time doesn't wait for anyone. It doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about your struggles. It doesn't care about your comfort zones or your desire for easy wins. Time moves on, with or without you. And right now, you are being called to make the most of it. You are being called to take full ownership of every single second of your day and use it to propel yourself toward greatness. You've heard the expression, time is money, but let me tell you something. Time is far more valuable than money. Money can be made again. You can lose money and you can get it back. But time, once it's gone, it's gone. You will never get this moment back. You will never get this hour back. You will never get this day back. And that realization, if you truly feel it in your gut, should ignite a fire in you, a fire that burns with urgency, a fire that demands you take action now. So how do you own your time? It's simple. You start making decisions. Every single second is a decision. It's the decision to either move forward or fall back. It's the decision to take action or waste time. It's the decision to focus on your future or remain trapped in the comfort of today. Every time you choose to be distracted, you are deciding to stay the same. Every time you choose to take decisive action, you are deciding to become the person you are meant to be. And let me be clear, the clock is ticking. There is no time to waste. If you want to become unrecognizable, if you want to change your life in 1 week, you cannot afford to let a single second slip by. There is no such thing as, I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow is a lie. Tomorrow never comes. You can keep pushing things back, telling yourself that you'll take action when the time is right or when you feel ready, but here's the truth. The right time is always now. The right time is today. The only time you have is right now. And if you're waiting for the stars to align or for the perfect moment, you're wasting precious seconds. Every day you waste is a day you'll never get back. So I'm telling you right now, stop waiting. Start now. When you begin to own your time, you'll quickly realize how much control you truly have. You will see how much of your life is spent on things that don't matter, things that don't contribute to your growth, to your future, to your goals. And you will feel a deep sense of responsibility because this is your life. No one else is coming to save you. No one else is going to take responsibility for your time but you. You are the one who gets to decide how to spend your seconds, your minutes, your hours. And I can promise you this, every decision counts. Every moment you choose to focus, every moment you choose to move with purpose, every moment you choose to push yourself beyond your limits, it all adds up. Those moments, those decisions are what will change your life. The key here is to get ruthless with how you spend your time. Get ruthless with your choices. Every second you waste, every second you give to distractions is a second that takes you further away from your goals. This is not the time for mediocrity. This is not the time to sit back and let life pass you by. You are on a mission, and every second you spend on things that don't align with that mission is a second wasted. You need to be hyper-focused, laser-sharp in your execution. Imagine this. You have exactly 1 week to make yourself unrecognizable. You know it's possible. You know the power lies within you. But how are you going to make it happen? By owning every single second of your time. That's how. You will wake up every day and make a decision to use your time in the most effective way possible. You will eliminate distractions and you will prioritize what truly matters. You will stop allowing people, events, or circumstances to steal your time. Every moment you invest in your growth, every moment you dedicate to pushing yourself forward, will be a step closer to the person you're becoming. Understand this. You are your choices. Your time is a reflection of your priorities. If you're not where you want to be, it's because you've let your time slip away on things that didn't serve you. But starting today, starting now, you have the power to change that. You can choose to invest every second in the pursuit of your goals. You can choose to make every second count. And when you make that choice, you will see results. You will see your life shift, you will see yourself transform, and you will become unrecognizable in just 1 week. This is a call to action. This is a wake-up call. Take ownership of your time. Every second is a decision. Decide to make every one of them count. Decide to use every moment for your growth, your future, and your success. The clock is ticking, and now is the time to make it count. Till the next time, stay strong and live wisely.